Hi, I'm Katie Burton. I'm 30 years old. I am a comedian and I work with nonprofit foundations. This is scary. Oh, God. Okay. Gonna be vulnerable. I'm ready. Yes or no, do you have a negative voice? Yes. 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 I have a very negative voice. In what area of your life does your negative voice speak up the most? My negative voice, I think, started at a very young age, so I can't really pinpoint exactly where it shows up. I feel like it's in almost all areas of my life. I'm not tying my shoe right. I'm not dressed cute enough. I'm not cool enough. I'm not funny enough. I'm not working hard enough. It speaks up a lot with career and where I'm going, what path I'm taking. It likes to yell at me a lot. Number 3, in its truest essence, what is your negative voice saying? My negative voice tells me that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy of a good life, that I'm not deserving of love or healthy relationships, that I'll never succeed. Pretty basic, right? I feel like it started at a very young age, my negative voice, and years of therapy and self-work and self-help books, actually. It's like that negative voice just doesn't go away, but, it's all about, I feel, if I'm going to give that negative voice power or not. How do you feel and how do you behave when you listen and accept your negative voice? I get depressed. I feel like that's part of my makeup. My thoughts can really consume me and weigh very heavily on me. Sometimes I can't get out of bed. It's hard to move, like physically move my body. I isolate. When I listen to that negative voice, it's hard for me to live my fullest life. And great. Okay. One moment. Fix that. Yeah, I think it holds me back from really living my best life and being my best self. Have you discovered any tricks to overcome your negative voice? And if so, what? I think I've tried to overcome the negative voice, and typically the things that I do are just temporary relief for it. So I like to physically move that energy of the negative voice. So if it's working out, running, lifting weights, some sort of physical movement to kind of move that negative energy out. Meditation helps as well for me to help clear the negative voice. I feel like my negative voice is completely, fully rooted in my brain. And sometimes I doubt I'll ever be able to get rid of it, which is heartbreaking. It's like I can't think about not having it. I feel like having a negative voice is like part of who I am, which is kind of fucked up. Sorry guys. Got a little emotional. Why did you choose to share your negative voice? I think it's important for others to know that you're not alone. I'm sure that every negative voice that I've had that's told me the awful things that it's told me, you've had the same exact thought. You've had that negative thought. And in the moment, you can feel very alone. I've felt very alone while I'm thinking such awful shit about myself and about where my life's going. To know that there's other people out there who are feeling the same way is kind of a comfort. So I think sharing this and being vulnerable with you will help others to share their negative voice as well. Alternate 6. Oh, you gotta add more questions. Great. Okay. I'll do it. Let's do it. How do you feel when someone chooses to share their own negative voice with you? I don't think people really do share their negative voice that often with me or with each other. I feel like that's people's own private suffering in some weird way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's nice when someone is able to open up to me on that level. And I can relate and comfort them and be there for them. Yeah, that's all I got. Fight those negative voices. They're not always true.